my loves, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time stopping by, hi, my name is Oyinko and you baby are most definitely welcome. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why you should absolutely not study medicine. Now, if you don't know, I am a medical doctor. Yes, that's my day job, and I actually go about saving lives during the day. And during my free time, I come on YouTube and just talk about anything I want, which is female, feminine, health related topics and vlogs and lifestyle in general. That's what I talk about on this channel. So I've seen a couple of people make some mistakes going ahead to study medicine, hence the reason why I decided I was just gonna make this video. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, or if you know someone who is interested in studying medicine and the person needs a little more clarification on whether medicine is or is not for the person, then you definitely want to recommend this video. I hope you stick around and I hope you end up subscribing, because I would love to have you over here, baby. I would definitely love to have you over here. All right, so let's go. Now, the first thing that I feel like I must say is the fact that a lot of people go into medicine with the wrong idea. Now, if you are familiar with the Nigerian medical world, or if you're familiar with what has been happening in Nigeria, you would see that some policies have been made. And these policies are not particularly favorable to healthcare workers in general. Hence the reason why I decided to just come and just, say this so that you can be informed and make informed decisions, because this is something that is potentially life-changing, if you would. So yeah, reason number one why you should not study medicine. If you think that you like science, or you like biology, or you like chemistry, and oh my god, I'm going to be a really good doctor because I like science, darling, it's a wrong reason to go into medicine, because medicine is so much more than biology or chemistry. Medicine is so much more than that. I mean, so that is not a good enough reason to decide that you want to be a doctor or you don't want to be a doctor. I hope that makes sense to you. So people who say, oh, I'm really good at biology, I'm really good at chemistry, and so I want to be a doctor, darling, you don't know the reason why you want to be a doctor, because I can promise you that that is not enough. The second reason is if you think that medicine is some get rich quick scheme. Now, I know that a lot of people think that because medicine is a professional course, you are more likely to make quite a bit of money, which is kind of true. It is kind of true, but it is not nearly as true as you imagine. Because I remember when I was much younger, before I got into medical school, I had this wild imagination that, I would be swimming in money once I became a doctor. And I made a video talking about how much I earned as a medical doctor, and I'm going to link it up in the card so that if you haven't checked out that video, you can definitely check it out and come up to speed to where we are. But that notion is quite far from the truth. Being a doctor in Nigeria or anywhere really is not going to make you the richest person in the world. There are other ways that you could make so much more money without putting in that much time and investment, because again, medicine requires a lot of time. And I'm not just talking about time in terms of your working hours, I'm talking about time in terms of how much you're going to spend in school. If you are in Nigeria, you're going to spend anywhere from 6 to 10 years studying medicine in school, depending on the school that you go to. Even if you're abroad, you're going to do pre-med for a couple of years, which is, I think pre-med is about 3 or 4 years before you go into medical school for an extra 4 years. So I mean, it is a very lengthy process, and it doesn't just stop at that. That is just for the undergraduate degree. Now, once you come out of that, you still have a lot of trainings to do. You have your internship program, housemanship program. You have your residency program if you want to become a specialist. There are just a lot of trainings that you have to do. So this is something that you have to consider. Do I have about 16 years of my life to spend studying? Because those 16 years are active studying. I'm not talking about passive study. I mean active studying. Do I want to do that for 16 years? I mean, these are the questions that you need to ask yourself every once in a while. And if you think that the answer to that question is no, or if you're doubting it at any point, then medicine is probably not for you. The third reason is that medicine is more than just a job. Are you a compassionate person? This is very, very important, because it can take a toll on your mental health very, very quickly. Are you compassionate? Do you care about other people? Are you willing to sacrifice your time, your energy, sometimes even your money for people who you barely know, and people who may not even say thank you? Because I mean, there are patients who, after all said and done, don't even say thank you, and the next thing you meet is a lawsuit. So these are questions that you have to ask yourself. Am I that compassionate? Do I care about people that much to want to go the extra mile for people? These are very important questions that you have to ask, and if your answer happens to be no, then darling baby, you probably should not be thinking about studying medicine. Now let's talk about diseases, because I mean, girl, we are in a pandemic. We are in a pandemic right now, and this is not the first of its kind. I mean, we have had epidemics in Nigeria. We've had epidemics like Lassa fever, Ebola. We've had things like that in Nigeria, and you are a healthcare worker, so you're definitely in the forefront of all of this. Are you willing to put yourself in that position to be the first responder? Are you willing to subject yourself to having to dress up like you're going to space in hazmat suits, or having to, you know, isolate yourself, or thinking about the fact that you could possibly contract a disease that could make you die? And I'm not just talking about pandemics or anything. I'm talking about even blood-borne diseases, like even HIV, when you get a needle stick injury, or hepatitis, or things like that. Are you willing to put yourself in the line of fire? Because that's literally what I'm going to call it. If you're not willing to put yourself in that line of fire, then baby, I think that you should have a real rethink about whether you really truly want to be a doctor, because I can guarantee that you would be in the line of fire more than once. You would very well be in the line of fire a couple of times. So think about this very well. Medicine it's a noble profession, truly and truly, but it is more than just what you see on Grey's Anatomy. It is so much more than what you just see on Grey's Anatomy. It looks really nice on Grey's Anatomy, House, and all of that. It looks really good, but they don't tell you the real tea. They don't show you what you should really know if you want to be a doctor. Hence the reason why I'm making this video, because the last video I made talking about me wanting to quit my job as a doctor, I could see so many comments in that video, people who could relate, and I just want the younger generation to be more informed, because I feel like these are conversations that our senior colleagues didn't have with us. This point is really, really important to me, and that's the fact that medicine, quote and unquote, is an endangered profession. I mean, everyone wants to be a doctor without going through the struggles of being a doctor. So as a doctor, you are, quote and unquote, an endangered species. I'm not really going to go into details on this, but if you have any senior medical colleagues around you, then you can definitely speak to them about this. I'm sure that they'll be able to, you know, enlighten you more about this, because darling, as a doctor, but I'm not just talking about as a doctor in Nigeria, I'm talking about as a doctor in general, you are, quote and unquote, an endangered species. I'm going to leave a link to an article that you can read down in the description box, so that you can enlighten yourself more about this. Now, if you think about it, am I willing to go through all the rigors, all the mental stress, all the emotional stress, all the financial stresses of being a doctor, only for me to come out and be undervalued, underappreciated, become an endangered species? Am I really willing to go through all of that? These are the points that I'm going to be sharing in this video, but there are so much more. I know I have a couple of medical people following me on this channel, so if you feel like you want to drop any extra point that you think I may have missed that is really important, please do it in the comment section, so that people can relate to it, and, you know, people can feel enlightened. I hope that this video has helped you put things in perspective if you've ever been a bit confused about your decision to study medicine, or if you are just curious about medicine from a real doctor's perspective. I hope that this has helped you put things in perspective more. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up if you enjoy it. Hit that subscribe button down below to join this family, and share this video with everyone who cares to watch it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.